Welcome, Dark Warriors. This is Rumen. Now, there is a reason why we did not fly to G34 at the end of last episode. That is because if you reload on Eudora, you actually get a lot of bolts. So before going to Nebula G34, I would recommend quickly just saving the game and then reloading on that same planet. So we're going to fly to Eudora, doing all this before we go to Nebula G34. And then what you want to do is you want to quickly just run around and break the crates that respawn, because this level respawns more crates than other levels, and there's a bunch of enemies at the start they can kill. So get those bolts, run down here, and then kill all of these enemies. The horde of them over here. That's right, a lot of bolts. Just reloading the planet. Okay, over here, kill these guys for the bolts. Some bolts there. There's also some guys over there you can kill for bolts. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, reload the planet. Collect all these bolts at the start. It's a good way to get some extra money very quickly. And now, go to Blarg Research Station. Next up is one of my favorite planets. It's not really a planet, but yeah, it's a space station, and it acts as the next level, the next world. I love its little icon, always have. Thought it was a very cool looking station. A lot of imaginative imagery in this game. Look at this level. It's so cool looking. Also, I like how you can see later parts of the level, so you can look down there. We actually walk in that ship later, and we take that grind rail later. Very cool. You can see the whole level just loaded out in front of you. Anyway, go over to the vendor, and then you want to buy the taunter here. So I recommend buying the taunter because it costs almost nothing, and it can be pretty useful sometimes. So yeah, just buy it, just get it out of the way quickly. So one of the reasons why I like to play the PS2 version over the PS3 version is because the PS2 version, I swear, it has just like, I don't know, just like murkier, more atmospheric lighting. Like, it's like, I think the PS3 version is brighter or something. Like, it could just be a placebo effect, or it could be the lower resolution of the PS2 version. But the PS2 version just, I don't know, just the atmosphere. Anyway, I'm gonna run wrong way. I recommend on this specific level going over here, doing this trespasser puzzle first. Okay, like that, like that, like that. All right. Then to Clank to explore the outside station. Ooh, that's a cool message. Look at this. This is cool. So these sections are pretty controversial in this game. People say aged poorly, how slow Clank is and how stiff he feels to control. But I don't care. I disagree. I love the Clank sections in this game. I like them in this game more than in Ratchet and Clank 2. I think Ratchet and Clank 1 is better Clank sections than the Clank sections of Ratchet and Clank 2. So these sections, very atmospheric. The music is always a little different in these sections. The Clank music is a little more, I don't know how to describe it, like cuter, I guess. The music is a lot cuter than Ratchet's music when you're playing as Ratchet, because Clank is just a little guy. He explores the world on a smaller scale than Ratchet.
Jump, then press and hold the X button.
Clank has the glide still.
In the air to glide.
I like how Clank controls like a simpler Ratchet. You can run around and break these crates if you want. It's kind of a waste of time, in my opinion, because it barely gives you any money at all. And Clank is so slow that running to go to those crates just, I don't know, waste of time. There's better ways to get money later, and you don't need that money right now, so. Very narrow platform here. Don't fall off. Very easy to fall off, actually. What is that? That's a gold bolt. We'll be sure to get it later. Don't worry, I do not forget anything. I love Clank's slow little movement sound effects here. Like, listen how he moves. It's like ASMR. I like how he sounds when he's on the side there. I like how metal everything sounds, like Clank's footsteps. And here's metal foots clacking up against the ground here. Very atmospheric. Very good sound design in this game. I think Ratchet and Clank games.
You have just activated a Gadget-Bot. To command a Gadget-Bot, hold down the triangle button and select Wait, Follow, Attack, or Enter.
Important help desk girl message there. She tells you how to control these guys. Yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank games in general tend to have the best sound design in gaming in general. I don't think I've ever played a game series with as good sound design as Ratchet and Clank. Look at that, you can summon them to attack. That's cool. I remember I was watching the Useless podcast. They are the developers of this game. They were playing this game, looking back on it, reflecting on developer decisions, and they were like, oh, these Gadget-Bots are so lazy. Like, you just make them go, like, and do things for you. And it's like, come on. Come on, embrace the work you do. I like the Gadget-Bots. They said in the Useless podcast, they basically said, like, when you summon a Gadget-Bot to do something, you're basically doing multiple actions to press a button.
Displacer uses instant faucets and instant drains. Using it, you can drain and fill pools. Our sensors do not detect any on this space station.
So that was the Hydro Displacer we just picked up. You can go to items and actually go to gadgets. We can't see it right now in the menu. The Useless Podcasts made of two people who developed the game, Tony Garcia and Mike Stout. They were programmers on Ratchet and Clank back in the day. And Mike Stout said that the Gadget-Bots is basically just an overcomplicated way to press a button. So, you know, you press the triangle button, you get up this wheel, and then you press left, right, up, or down, and then you summon them to do something. And they say you're basically just so many inputs just for a single simple action. And I don't know. I mean, I kind of like that. I like how it's like so interactive. I like how it feels like you're controlling Clank's like antennae here in a way. So, Mike Stout, I don't know. You're wrong.
I'm back.
So you are.
And I found this.
Hey, cool. It's a, what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Now, we can see the Hydro Displacer in the menu here. We can equip it on Ratchet. He holds it like a gun. That's pretty cool. It looks pretty heavy. Here's the swing shot animation. Helipack animation. No helipack animation. Trespasser animation. Oh, that's cool. He spins it. He spins the barrel. That's cool. All right. Now we want to run over here. And then over here. I'm gonna walk into this submarine.
This shuttle has an autopilot which will take you to a decommissioned Blarg warship. Our scanners indicate that there may be useful technology on board.
I love the help desk girl. I swear she's just as iconic in this game as Ratchet and Clank. It should have been called Ratchet and Clank and the help desk girl, because she's with you throughout the entire adventure, just like Ratchet and Clank are. Look at how atmospheric this is. Listen to the music change. Listen to how the ship sounds. Also, this crate, like, breaks. Like, why does a crate break at the start of this section? That always confused me. I was like, what is that? And why is there a crate randomly breaking somewhere? Like, is there one out of bounds that falls into the death pit and then break or something? Like, I don't know. You think a developer would notice that? Or maybe it's just a sound to make the player go, what is that? Because this is a very atmospheric, very scary section. Anyway, suck cannon. Look at that. The suck cannon is freaking broken. Ow. Okay, don't use the suck cannon. You can get damaged very easily. Break you. Nope. Okay. I ran out of suck cannon ammo. Yeah, those are more Blarg. Those guys are actually pretty tricky. Pretty tough to deal with because their flame goes up and down. So if you try to jump over their flame projectile, it'll still hit you because it'll rise up to you. Which is a little bit annoying. Anyway, I got the blaster because the blaster is just freaking amazing in this game. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. So there. Kill that guy. Can I kill you? There we go. All right, now we're gonna just kill this guy with the wrench. There we go, 2 wrench swings there. Those guys aren't that tough to deal with. Actually, those guys are pretty tough to deal with compared to other enemies. They have a lot of health. They're pretty fast. They have like hard to judge movements, so they'll hit you and you'll be like, yeah, I tried to dodge it, but I couldn't dodge it. Anyway, press the big red shiny button. Hell yeah.
Thank you for selecting our automated self-destruct feature. Vessel annihilation sequence initiated. Please remove all personal belongings.
That's funny. That part always made me go, like, made me laugh. Anyway. Die. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Gotta get out of here as fast as we can. And as you can see right there, there's an info bot. I like to think that maybe that info bot came out of the exploded crate that randomly breaks at the start of this section. Like maybe that crate was inside that room it was in. I don't know. Also, I like how the intense music is still playing even when you leave that section. And you can actually like sit here and listen to the song while it ends.
This is Darla Gratch reporting live from Blackwater City. We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship, which will be held here over the next few days. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. The city's administration has assured this reporter that every step has been taken to eradicate these nuisances. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
Did you see that?
Yes, I hope that poor woman is all right.
She's fine, I think. I was talking about the hoverboard races.
That is a very underrated cutscene in terms of pure Ratchet and Clank dynamic. So Clank is like, I hope that woman is all right. But Ratchet's like, oh, we have to go see the hoverboard race. So yeah, Ratchet doesn't really care that much right now. How about that? Anyway, we have these enemies here. The wrench is actually better for these guys. So, but the wrench is not better for the Blarg over here. So be sure to kill that guy with the gun.
Help with these enemies. Try your taunter.
All right, the taunter. We're gonna get out the taunter here. So the taunter is really good for obstacles like this. So whenever you see a barrier like this in this game, which this game actually has a lot of, you want to taunt, and then that will make the enemy run right into the right into the barrier, which is very useful. In fact, that is notably sometimes the best thing to do. Excuse me. So sometimes taunter can really come in handy. A very convenient health right there. We're gonna press faster here. All right, this one looks pretty tricky if I do so myself. Let's try that. Let's try that. And then let's try that. There we go. All right, there are enemies hiding in those 3 boxes right there. So throw your wrench at them so the frogs don't spawn out of them. All right, now we get a lot of money in this room. Oh, look at all this money. Money. Also, we get a lot of ammo refill. Very convenient. 10 pyrocitor right there. Let's break all these crates. All right, okay, let's get a move on. Over here. Be sure to time your jump so you're not getting hit by the gas. Oh my god, I got hit by the gas because I'm bad. Okay. It's funny, the developers knew players would be getting hit a lot in this level, so they give you so much health spawns. Anyway, the swing shot right there. Gonna hyper strike you. Enemies spawn out of these crates, so be sure to hit them so they don't get the best of you. All right, one of the best moments for the blaster right here. And then you want to just hold down the blaster button. There we go, kill that guy. And then you want to do the same thing, so hit that, hold down the blaster button. There we go. If you don't start attacking them right away, then those enemies will get the best of you and start ganging up on you. So yeah, be careful there. they spawn two. I don't even know what they're called, but they spawn two of those reptile enemies at you. So be careful. All right, Parasitor. Parasitor is one of the best weapons in the game for smaller enemies. I really like how the first Ratchet & Clank game has different utility weapons. So this weapon is better for small enemies in hordes. The blaster is better for larger enemies at a distance. The bomb glove is really good for mid-range enemies. So different weapons have different utilities. In the newer Ratchet & Clank games, every weapon kind of, and I say this in the nicest way possible, but every weapon kind of blends in a little bit. Like, every weapon can be used for the same situation. Every weapon is just a gun. Also, look over there. Look at the purple, how it glows in the nighttime. Very cool, very atmospheric. I swear this level is a lot darker in the PS2 version. So I'm glad I'm playing the PS2 version right now. All right, spin with the Parasitor. The Parasitor has a staggering property, so if you just spin right there, then it will stagger those alien enemies so they can't get to you. I wish I knew the name of them off the top of my head, but I just don't, unfortunately. Anyway, run around this room, and oh my gosh. Sure to break all these crates. Gotta get that money. There we go. Over here. Up here. Some bolts there. All right, secret little room off to the side. I'm gonna look at my map so you can see where this is. This is right there on the map. Parasitor. The Parasitor is very good on this level in general. And you get a lot of ammo refills. It's like this level was made with the Parasitor in mind, definitely. Also, the enemies have fire weapons, and it seems like they did that on purpose to remind the player to, like, hey, maybe use your fire weapon. This Blarg guy is throwing his fire at you. Why don't you throw his fire at him? And yeah, it's very useful. All right, hit that. Hit that. All right, kill you. So yeah, if you just stand a certain distance away, these enemies won't even crawl up to you at all because your flamethrower is just staggering them so much. All right, hit that. Or hit that. There we go. All right, blaster. Very good at enemies from a distance. Also, the blaster pushes those enemies away from you, which is... See, look at this guy. Look at his weapon. The fire weapon right there. So, I don't know. Maybe it's subtly developers hinting at you, like saying, "Hey, maybe use the Parasitor here. It's a good way to deal with all the little guys on this planet." I'm stuttering a lot. Anyway, there you go, blaster. Kill all those enemies from a distance, and you definitely want to break this one. So in case you die, you'll respawn right at this Gadgetron vendor over here. And when you die, these force fields stay broken. So if you destroy that force field right there, then you won't have to walk all the way around this circle in case you die. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate this room. This is one of the coolest rooms in the game, in my opinion. So you see that orange there? We have this big, mysterious structure in the middle of the room. Look at how these lights on the side glow in the nighttime. Then we can see down there some very cool detail that most players never even bother to look down to look at. Like see that orange glowing in the dark there. Very cool. All right. Next up, we have one of the toughest skill points in the game right here. So this next skill point, just use your wrench. Make sure not to use any other weapon. All right, you want to kill this thing using only your wrench. That is the skill point. Okay, I'm bad. Also kill these guys only using the wrench. Do not cheap out. Oh my gosh, I'm bad. 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 Oh my god, I'm bad. I'm really bad at this game. Oh my god. Freaking out over here. Fuck. Oh boy. Oh my god. No! Oh my god, I'm bad. Fuck. Okay, alright. Not a big deal. So you see over here, these pathways reopen up themselves. They stay like that even if you die, so that's very convenient, so you can just run back to the boss. Also, they have these two very convenient health pack upgrades, right? I mean, these very convenient nanotech right here, in case you die. Very convenient. So you can just run through that section. Just run through that section. You can get hit twice, and you still get full health at the end. Very, very kind of the developers to put those nanotech traits there. Anyway, I'm gonna be better this time. All right, there we go. Gonna throw the wrench this time. Oh my gosh. In the later Ratchet and Clank games, they make it so you can move while throwing your wrench, which is really nice. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's no shame in dying. It is one of the hardest skill points in the game, in my opinion. Also, another reason why this is one of the hardest skill points in the game is because of what they do after this phase. So, here's phase 2. You have to kill 2 of these guys with just the wrench. Oh boy. That is no fun. Okay, there. Oh my gosh. Yeah. 2 of these guys with just the wrench, really difficult to deal with. Over here. There. Okay, there. Okay. Now the rest of the battle is easy. There we go. There is that skill point. That boss fight is actually pretty easy if you use weapons. So if you want to make that more of a challenge, then use your wrench and you get a cool skill point there. All right, be sure to refill on ammo. And there you go. Also, let's take a moment to appreciate this room. I like how the orange on the sides here contrasts with the green of the rest of the room. This room also has a very cool ceiling. All right, let's get a move on. Sure to kill these little buggers because they're gonna bother this guy over here. Gonna save him.
Whew! Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too.
Buy grind boots for 2,000. That's pretty expensive, actually. There is a chance you might get to this part without 2,000 bolts. So yeah, this is one of the steeper, actually, early game price tags.
Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
I love how Ratchet holds the boot and he smiles at it. He's like, this is a cool thing I got. You know, like, that's something so cool this game does. They show Ratchet being excited for what he gets. In the later Ratchet and Clank game, it's just like, oh, you got the thing, congratulations. Because, you know, it's up to the player to have the reactions. The player themselves is going to look at their new cool weapon or their new cool gadget, and with the controller in your hand, you're going to go, hey, that's cool. But I mean, I don't know. I like seeing Ratchet have the same reactions that I should have. All right, and that is Nebula G34. Look at all of the bolts we have. We have 14,366 bolts. We are over the bolt quota at the current moment. The bolt quota is, you know, when you have over a certain amount of bolts in this game, then the game will will start spawning less bolts for you in the next level. So we're actually gonna go over here and we're gonna buy the Glove of Doom. That will give us 6,870 bolts, putting us into a better bolt range, so we can get more bolts in the next level, if that makes sense. I hope that does make sense. That is how collecting bolts in this game works. So here's the check log. We did all the missions there. We're going to get that other gold bolt later, so don't worry about that. We also got all the skill points if you killed the the alien queen, I think is what she's called. You kill her with just the wrench. All right, now we're gonna go to Blackwater City. Be sure to, buy the Glove of Doom there, so you're below a certain threshold, because you're gonna get more bolts this level if you do. All right, let's fly over here. Also, this specific level has a really cool flying away animation. I love how that big space door opens and then Ratchet's ship flies out of it sideways. That's really cool. Railgar. That's a cool name. Railgar. Look at this planet. Be sure to look at it. Be sure to appreciate the scenery. Look at all the ships flying around. Look at the lights on them. Look at their contrails. Look at the clouds in the sky. Look at how some of the stars twinkle. Look at those lights on the building up there. Very cool. Be sure to stop and look around. Anyway, yeah. Very good planet that last planet is. I like the level a lot personally. Very atmospheric. And yeah, next time we'll be doing Rilgar, or some of it at least. And thanks so much for watching, Dark Warriors.